the lessons and things that I've learned from slow fashion and shopping my closet. So many of you, through comments on the channel or over on IG or just in emails, tell me how much what we talk about on the channel spills over into your everyday life. And I find this fascinating. Oddly enough, I have also learned some really solid life lessons just from my closet. So I thought I would share some of the habits with you today that I've learned, in case any of them resonate with you, or in case maybe you need like another beneficial reason to shop your closet. Since we're talking about life lessons and good life habits, I thought this was the perfect video to introduce a very new and very cool sponsor, Ritual. Ritual is a highly researched multivitamin. I take the women's 18+ daily, but they also have men's 50+ prenatal, postnatal, kids, and teens. So there's a really, really great range. They also have an essential protein range and a symbiotic range, which I take as well. I'm excited to tell you more about Ritual a little bit later in the video, but for now, let's jump on in. The first lesson and habit that I learned is the biggest one, I think. And it might sound cliche, but I really learned that comparison truly is the thief of joy, especially when it comes to understanding yourself and personal style. For the longest time, I would covet what other people were wearing, especially when I had just started working in finance. You know, all of these like really cool older women were always dressed really well, and I would often try and mimic their style, which I think is normal when you are at a younger age and you're just sort of starting out in the workforce, but I would never really feel like myself. And as I grew and as I went into freelance styling, I tried to like copy the other ways that people would style and wear their clothes by shopping secondhand or going out and buying a piece that was really similar when I was looking at other stylists and bloggers. And again, I never really felt like myself when I did that either. I wouldn't ever do these giant hauls, but I would always remember sort of pinpointing and honing in on a certain piece and thinking that, you know, I'd be cool or stylish, or like that would complete my closet when I had that piece. So I was never quite satisfied with my personal style, but even more so on a deeper level, I never really got to know myself because I was always busy trying to either be someone else or emulate someone else. I was always looking to constantly copy others. And in that constant cycle, we're never really taking the time to understand and get to know who we are. I truly believe that personal style is an extension of who you are, and it's not as frivolous as sometimes society makes it out to be. I realized as my self-confidence grew, I started putting less weight on the garments that other people were wearing, and I started to simply appreciate the creativity with which they dressed. And that was what kind of led me to understanding and appreciating the elements of style and using those to inspire my own way of dressing. This was probably the hardest lesson to learn. I still have to work on it often, and it does take a long time, but looking inward first and stopping that constant game of comparison is so freeing. That's all I have to say about it. Highly recommend. 10 on 10 experience. The next lesson I learned is consistency. At least for me, consistency is key. It rules. I've always operated from a place of moderation and consistency, but it wasn't until I started realizing the benefits of constantly editing my closet and regularly planning my outfits rather than doing like 1 or 2 giant, exhausting, and emotionally draining purges or declutters a year. I realized how beneficial consistency could be for daily habits that I could never get a handle on in my personal life. Rather than doing something at an extreme level and a lower frequency, I truly find that developing smaller daily habits can lead to an unshakable routine. And it's so much easier to sustain this way. One of those habits is moisturizing. I know, so amateur. But the other is taking daily vitamins. Maybe since breaking my kneecap over the spring and summer of last year, I've taken it a lot more seriously, but it literally wasn't until Ritual sent me their products to try at the end of last year that I was able to actually develop a consistent routine with taking my daily vitamins. Maybe it's because their packaging is so aesthetically pleasing and I'm a millennial, so that's what motivates me daily. I don't know. Maybe it's because their formulas are just really really convenient and smart with women's health at the top of mind, like how they researched what vitamins were actually lacking most, and that's why they've included omega-3 in their daily vitamin capsule. So this, like, the convenience is great. I love how I don't have to take a separate omega-3 capsule every day. That's like genius. Or it could be how their symbiotic, which I take daily, is a 3-in-1 prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic. And it's a supplement which supports gut and immune health and doesn't have to be kept in the fridge. I don't know also why that feels like an extra convenience for me. Like if I can keep everything all in one place and just take them in one shot, another bonus. It probably mostly has to do though with the fact that their products are made traceable. So I can actually drill down to the product and find out where the ingredients are from, where the factories are. I really like this. And their symbiotic range has also been clinically studied. If you want to try Ritual, you can get 20% off your first month by going to ritual.com/AlyssaB20 and using AlyssaB20 at checkout. And I will include all of that info in the description box below for you as well. My third lesson, and I've mentioned this one before, particularly in my virtual styling sessions with individuals and also in my workshops, my live digital workshops, that seeking out perfection in our closet or in our everyday outfits can be really frustrating and make us feel more dissatisfied with our closets. In a similar vein to my first point about comparison, when we are constantly seeking out the perfect outfit or the perfectly sustainable brand or garment, a lot of times I think we are failing to see what is right in front of us and what we already have. So we lose that appreciation and that wanting or willingness to get creative with what we already have. Life can get pretty messy, and sometimes when there is an imperfection in life or in your wardrobe or your outfit, it's actually a really good learning opportunity or the potential to just try something new. I still struggle with this, with like letting go of seeking out and trying to achieve perfection, I'll be totally honest. But in those moments when I actually do, I usually come out with a result that I never would have thought of and that I'm pretty satisfied with. My last lesson, and I think I've mentioned this one before too, is to start noticing and appreciating the little things. The smallest tweaks in an outfit can make all the difference. I see this all the time in my virtual styling. A little cuff, a little tuck, you know, a little tweak here and there can make all the difference in an outfit. And I think the same applies to our day-to-day. Like, how often do we actually take a minute to like sit and enjoy our morning tea or our morning coffee, or to like hang out with our weird cat, or, you know, laugh at a joke that, you know, the kids in our lives are making? I think these little moments, maybe I'm romanticizing them, but in a world where we are constantly scrambling and when we're made to feel like we should always be in a rush and go, these small moments can really make a big difference. So that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed those life lessons. I would love to know if you have gleaned any insight from your closet. Let me know in the comments below. And a huge thank you again to Ritual. I really have been enjoying taking these vitamins. I'm really proud of myself that I can do it every day. Don't forget, I do have that discount code for you. It is AlyssaB20. I will leave the link and that discount code for you in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful rest of your week, and I will be back in another slow fashion video. Ciao!